Hello, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Tech Friday. We're talking things tech, all things tech. I'm here with my friend and partner, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. We hope to be joined shortly by TJ, Terry Johnson Online Everywhere, and Dr. Tachi talking media from Mediascope. With that, we're going to get this party started. Fran, what's going on today in tech history? And how are all our friends over there on Clubhouse?
Hey, everybody. We are rocking and rolling on Clubhouse. And let's see what we got in tech history today. I'm going to go with May 3rd, 1984. Dell Computer Corporation is founded by Michael Dell, running the direct to order PC company from his dorm room. Dell Inc. eventually becomes the largest manufacturer of PCs in the world for many years. It is currently surpassed by HP and Acer. But for a while, Dell was like the one.
It was the dominant one, and you could get it shipped to your house. It was the bomb, and it was reasonably priced.
It was very reasonably priced. And dude, you're getting a Dell. Remember that commercial?
No, I don't. But
yeah. Okay. May 4th, 2000, the love letter computer virus, aka the I love you bug, spreads to personal computers running Windows around the world in just 6 hours. Spreading through email, the virus entices victims to open the message with the subject of I love you. About 2.5 to 3 million PCs will become infected. The cost of system downtime is later estimated at $8.7 billion. It is thought to be the fastest moving, most widespread virus in history. And that is why we tell you be very mindful of whatever it is that you click on. You know how I used to say, look both ways before you cross the street?
Yes.
Well, look at you want to look closely at an email before you just start clicking. Okay. May 5th, 1961, NASA astronaut Alan Shepard becomes the first American in space when he makes a 15-minute suborbital flight aboard the Mercury capsule Freedom 7. He reaches an altitude of 115 miles, during which he experiences about 5 minutes of weightlessness. Okay, this is for the gamers. May 5th, 1992, ID Software Inc. releases the game Wolfenstein 3D, the original first-person shooter game for DOS computers. The game becomes an instant success, putting ID Software on the map and launching the first-person shooter genre. If you're curious, you can play the game today on an iPod Touch or iPhone or iPad.
Really? And what's the name of it again?
Wolfenstein 3D.
Oh, okay. Wolfenstein 3D. Okay.
It could be Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Okay. May 6, 1998. At the Flint Center Theater, the same place where the Mac was first unveiled in 1984, Steve Jobs introduces the original iMac. This iMac was later known as Bondi Blue after the color of its case, named for a beach in Australia. According to Jobs, the iMac is the internet age computer for the rest of us. Originally slated to be available in 90 days, it will actually be released on August 15th. Apple will book an unprecedented 150,000 orders before its release, marking the beginning of Apple's renaissance. It also ushered in the era of Apple adding the letter I to just about every product it created. Um, but hey, Apple is over 137 billion in cash right now. So who's arguing?
Okay.
So wow. Okay. And the final story, I believe this is the final story. Yes. May 7th, 1954, IBM announces the IBM 704 data processing system, the world's first mass-produced computer to feature floating point arithmetic hardware. Besides this ultra geeky distinction, the IBM 704 will leave its mark in computer history before it is discontinued on April 7th, 1960. Both the Fortran and the LISP programming languages were first developed for the IBM 704, as well as the first music application. Music. Physicist John Larry Kelly Jr. of Bell Labs will synthesize speech for the first time in history on an IBM 704. It's not bad for a mainframe.
There you go.
It took up the entire
room.
What's your week in tech history?
Oh my goodness. You know, every time I think about that IBM computer reading those Fortran cards, I think about the fact that they did all that planning, all that preparation, all that training, and nobody measured the door. Folks, pay attention to the little details. It's the little foxes that spoil the vine. Oh my goodness. It's sort of like the couch you can't get in the house. You
know? Measure first.
You can say, what is it? Measure twice, cut once. Yeah.
Measure the room first.
Yes, measure the door, people, please. I want to talk, Fran, about how you doing this morning, TJ?
Hello.
Hi. I got two short things I want to talk about. One is the video game pioneer Larry Lawson. He's being remembered with a USC endowment supported by Take-Two. And the reason why I want to acknowledge this is that he is one of the forgotten pioneers. Larry Johnson was a Black engineer who helped kickstart home game consoles. And he is being honored with an academic endowment at USC. And it's going to be called, let me read this. USC Games at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles announced Thursday it has established the Gerald A. Lawson Endowment Fund for Black and Indigenous students and innovative to increase minority representation in games and tech. Recipients will be known as Lawson Scholars. Take-Two interactive software maker of games such as Grand Theft Auto V and Red Dead Redemption made what the company described as a significant endowment to create the fund. Jim Huntley, a USC interactive media games professor and head of marketing, said he got the idea for the endowment during the summer of 2020 protests, and the school's deans of cinematic arts and engineering approved. We felt strongly that it should honor Mr. Lawson since it will support Black and Indigenous gaming students for generations, and is only made possible with a shared vision and support from Take-Two Interactive. So I thought that was interesting, and that it's something that should be shared so that people know that folks were in this game early, folks that look like them. And I'm trying to see the year that he did this. Looks like, the Fairchild Video Entertainment System, later named Channel F for Fun, began selling in 1976, a year ahead of Atari 2600, establishing the concept of a console that could play an unlimited number of games. That foundation led to today's global video game market, which is projected to surpass 189 billion in 2021, according to research. So, Mr. Lawson, my hat's off to you, and I'm definitely going to share this article with my grandsons who sit here gaming on a consistent basis when they come to visit. So between the swimming pool and the gaming, I'm sure we can get this in somewhere to let them know that they can create their own games, be successful, and the origin of this unique entertainment vehicle. The other thing I want to talk about is Peloton. You know, they're having a recall, and they were about to release their what do you call that? Their bike? Is it called a bike? The Peloton, whatever that is, treadmill bike, whatever they do.
Well, no, because they do several things, not
well,
just
this. Okay, let me see what it's called. It's called the
treadmill is the one that they're having an issue with.
The lower price one was about to be released in the U.S. It was released in the UK and Canada, so we're calling those. But the U.S. one, the lower priced one, is delayed because of this recall. And so I'm sure we've all seen the little stuff not little stuff. We've seen the segments on the news about children being caught under the machine and the fact that it needs to have more safety features. So with that,
and it's not, and I would like to say we don't know. That's why it was good that you brought it, because I heard a glimpse of it, but I'm thinking a lot of people have not heard that, because if you're not in the space of fitness or whatever, you may not have heard it.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I guess I should give you a few more details. It says here, Peloton delays launch of cheaper treadmill after Tread Plus recall. It plans software update for safety features. So they're going to, make some updates. Here's the deal. Here's what I thought was interesting. If you have one of these machines, they will pay to have it moved to another room so that you can secure it, or you can send it back to the company. How much does that thing weigh?
It's heavy. If it's anything like this.
Yeah, they're saying they're not going to pay for you to ship it back to them, but they will actually have someone come out, because it's heavy, and move it to a room that is more secure in your home if you want to do that, which I thought was an interesting response.
So I have a question, and maybe somebody can answer this. So what is different about that treadmill than any other treadmill that there was an issue?
I'm really not sure, because I don't have one of these treadmills. I know that at one point, one of the problems they had was that the screen was actually falling off. They had like 72 incidents or something of the screen falling off. Also, that it just starts. It doesn't have a code. Like you punch in a code to start the machine. It, for some reason, the sensors were going off when the kids were playing around and crawling under, because kids can fit under anything when they're really small. And it set the machine off. So they were suffering abrasions. One child, a 6-year-old, actually died. Am I correct? Did I get that right? I know a child died. And I think that was, okay, you crossed the line with this one now, guys. You got to do something. Okay,
so even with that, what does that tell us about all of our equipment?
It needs to be secured.
Right. Each of us still have a responsibility. Yes, they have a responsibility as well. But us buying it, and you know how heavy it is when you try and bring that box in the house.
Yes. It says, as the Tread Plus and the as for the Tread Plus, it said it received 72 reports of people, pets, or objects being pulled under the rear of the treadmill, including 29 reports of children, such as 2nd and 3rd degree abrasions, broken bones, lacerations. However, I want you to know that Peloton is still profitable. I mean, the company's market cap was 24.7 billion. This recall, I think, is only costing them 38 million.
Well, okay, so getting back to that, I'm still asking the question, what's different between this treadmill and another treadmill? Because at the gym, they tell you don't wear any loose clothing. They tell you don't operate it around certain things. And TJ, please jump in anytime, or anybody on Dry Buzz or Beverly that's here as well. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, Yolanda.
So what is different about this treadmill? That's because I've been on treadmills. I've been on a treadmill and I'm okay. I need to make sure I ain't got strings hanging, nothing hanging, because you can slip off the end of a treadmill even if you're grown.
Right. Because this isn't a new problem with treadmills. This is happening since they've created treadmills. So I saw one of the little clips of the video. It was a small child with a ball, and the ball.
Yeah, the
treadmill was on. First of all, it was on, and then the child's ball was sucked in because the treadmill was going, and then the little child was trying to get the ball,
followed the ball
from under the treadmill, and she got sucked in under the treadmill was on top of her. Like, it was crazy. And I'm thinking, first of all, you got a small child and you left the treadmill on. Those are two no-nos.
And you turned your back on the child.
And you turned your back on your child. So I'm not, I'm like,
call me old fashioned, but where is the pack and play? So, I mean, you need to be confined if you're that small while I'm doing something that distracts my attention.
Right. You have small children in the house. So why would you leave a big machine on that's and it's not just children, it's happened to pets also. So
yes.
Because Peloton cannot come into your house and tell your child to take, you take your child out of the room or whatever. So the adults are gonna have to take some responsibility for some stuff.
It's the same thing with this swimming pool season. Like Carolina said, Monday the pools are opening. So it's the same thing when you have a pool at your house. I think I read a story last week that a couple people drowned in somebody's pool. You have to supervise children around the pool. You just can't go, oh, well, they're out there. I'm going to go in here and get a drink or answer the phone.
You see what I mean? You have to make, and I know it's inconvenient, but you have to either make everybody come out of the pool, wait for you, or come help you because it's those few seconds.
Yeah, it's just about small children and pets. You have to, well, like you said, you baby-proof your home. So why would you leave the treadmill on?
Well, it says here, Terry, it says Peloton plans to send a software update in a few days to Tread Plus. That's the $4,300 one, $4,300 one, with a digital pin that you can use to lock the device. But I'm with you. Even locked or unlocked, there's still that space.
Right. And then there was a thing with the CEO of Peloton that they didn't want to do the recall.
He said there wasn't nothing happening. And then the child died, remember? It says here.
And then now he had to go on TV and backtrack and say, oh, we at Peloton, we're going to make sure, the safety of our customers is up. So he had to come on TV. But the first thing should have been the safety of your customers.
Yeah, it says the incident was confirmed in a note from Peloton CEO John Foley. The Peloton says a child has died because of an accident involving the company's Tread Plus treadmill.
Right.
He had to backtrack.
Yeah, because they weren't going to recall. They weren't going to do the recall at all.
Exactly. He says, while we are aware of only a small handful of incidents involving the Tread Plus where children have been hurt, each one is devastating to us all at Peloton, and our hearts go out to the families involved, wrote Foley. This is, but sometimes I think, Francine, I see your face. Sometimes this is like the hot coffee at McDonald's. Did you want lukewarm coffee?
You want lukewarm coffee now? The coffee's hot.
And see, this is an example of a corporation is going to do what's best for them. So do you think it was best for Peloton to recall all these thousands? No, they were like, that's their horror story because they don't want to do that. But then it was like, okay, all of these things are happening. You have to. And the public outcry of Peloton, how dare you not take care of this health, this life risking problem with your product.
Mhm.
But the thing is, nobody is talking about all the treadmills have the same
Yes.
problem.
Yes, that's what I was saying. When we first started buying treadmill, that was it was a problem then. It's not just Peloton. It's just like I saw the video and I'm like, why is the
Baby,
treadmill on and the little baby, like a maybe 18-month-old, a crawling baby?
small enough to get in that space because there's not a lot of space.
Yeah.
Okay. So nobody's saying nothing about a negligent parent.
Right. That's what I mean. Like nobody was talking about, well, the treadmill was on and you left under the toddler next to it. Oh, maybe they were in the corner opposite of the treadmill, and you left. But by the time you didn't come back, that kid had already crossed the room to the treadmill that was on. But why would the treadmill be on and nobody on it? Is my case. When you have young children or pets, you have to think about these things as a parent. So you can't blame Peloton and say, well,
exactly. And others say that they have secured theirs in a different room that they can lock the door. So they're just ways to keep your children safe.
You're a parent, you have small children, you have to always be aware of where the bombs are, where the things are that they could get in, because you turn your back and things happen like that in an instant.
Kids are children are ingenious.
Yes,
I don't care how many times you put them in a playpen, they can find a way out.
Because they saw something across the room that they wanted.
Or they stood on a toy that you put inside the playpen for them to play with. They stood on it, flipped on out, and now they're roaming the planet. Stuff happens.
and this is the same thing with IKEA and everybody else.
Yeah, IKEA had the problem with the dressers. Yeah.
Right. And then so now they're telling you bolt the dresser. They still sell you the dresser, but they're telling you to bolt the dresser to the wall. Mm-hmm. The parents should have been bolting the dresser to the wall anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, these are things as a parent, you have small children and babies, you have to be aware of, let me test this, let me see that. Can they open the drawer? Can they get the cabinet? Can they grab the knife? Those are things you have to do.
Yes. So I just wanted to mention that the recall, the fact they were non-responsive,
yes, the people are going to be in an uproar because they're non-responsive because they're a big corporation, but the parents still have the greater responsibility. Yes, they had something devastating happen to their children, but we as parents have to take on the responsibility.
You have to pay attention to that because you have to do the what if. What if this thing, you don't want to go through all of that. So you secure the item or move the dangerous item or put your child in a child safe space while you get on the treadmill. I don't understand why the person had the treadmill on and obviously it wasn't there. The camera caught all of this with the little baby and the ball sucked her. The big ball, the ball was bigger than her, so it lifted up the treadmill. So that's how the baby got sucked under.
Is that how the space got big enough? Okay.
Yes, it got big enough because the ball was sucked in because the treadmill was going.
So Peloton, on a normal working basis, it's not big enough for a child to get under there.
Correct.
Right.
The space is
the video
minimal.
that I saw, there's a clip going around of the little baby, and they had a big pink, the little 99-cent balls that they put, little plastic balls. It was really big like that. And that's the thing that got sucked on because the treadmill was on. So it sucked the rubber sucked the rubber and it stuck. It stuck.
So wedge the space big enough while it was rolling
on the edge. And the baby was trying to get the ball and got sucked. You see the whole thing, the treadmill was actually on the baby, like on top of it because of the ball. It was just really scary. And I'm thinking, why would
Where were you?
That was the first thing I saw. I was like, the treadmill's on.
And the parent is not in the room.
And nobody's on it. And
So I just thought that was something we should talk about. Those two things the fact that the gaming console was developed by Jerry and Gerald. Pardon me, like I know him personally, Jerry.
Gerald.
Mr. Lawson, and then the other thing, the endowment, because somebody might be wanting to go to USC and major in electronics or engineering, etc., and there is an endowment now.
Mm-hmm.
Very
So,
good.
That's it. That's all I got, guys.
Okay, did we got a link for Tati, or is she gonna be out?
Yes, I'll do it again though.
Okay. All right. TJ, what we got going on in social media? Oh, she got like, I got stuff today.
All right. So this week in social media news, there's a lot going on with Twitter, but I'm going to start with Snapchat. That's why I was rubbing my hands, because Twitter did a whole bunch of stuff. So we need to look at it. But I'm going to start with Snapchat because we haven't talked about them for a while. So Snapchat is rolling out a marketplace for brands and creators. They're calling it Creator Marketplace. Real creative, but it's the opportunity for influencers and people that use Snapchat to partner with businesses on branded content and also the lenses. You know, that the feature where you put your face in the camera and then all kind of things come up. Mm-hmm. So it's called Creator Marketplace, and it's going to they're going to expand the feature to an entire creative community by early 2022. So they're doing a test like with the top influencers, like the people have the biggest following. So you're going to be able to, participate in marketing campaigns and sponsorships and things like that. So what do we think about Snapchat Creator Marketplace?
Okay, so the Creator Marketplace, who can buy what?
You partner with brands.
So you
partner with businesses. Yeah, it's just like right now with Instagram. If you're an influencer, you can enter into sponsorship or whatever with a brand, a business, and then they pay you. So Snapchat is doing that.
So it's like an affiliates link, or is it?
It's kind of like product placement, is what it sounds like to me.
Yes, that's what it is.
If I'm doing something and I'm like, hey, I'm using the latest and greatest handy dandy light from this particular company.
Okay. Right. So here's what Snapchat is saying. The new feature connects brands with creators on Snap for marketing campaigns and sponsorship. The marketplace opens later this month for businesses looking to partner with augmented reality lens makers on the app, and will expand to all creators in early 2022. So it's not an open thing to everybody who's on Snapchat. This is a certain amount of people who are active on there, who have a large following and stuff. So of course businesses want to connect with those people because they have large following.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Right. So
it's still the same old thing. Like, okay, we want to hook up our wagon to your horse.
Right. You want to get to the Gen Zs and the young millennials that are doing really hot on there, and they have a large following. Remember, they have the spotlight feature on Snapchat that's like TikTok with all the you do the TikTok like video. So it's a marketplace for businesses to connect with those creators and then get more exposure for the business, and then the creators get paid out of the app, or they get paid by the business. I'm not sure how they get paid, but they do get paid.
Okay.
So you want to do that. Also, Snapchat. Yeah, right. Also, Snapchat has announced some original shows that they're putting on the Discover platform, celebrity-driven shows, as well as diversity and social justice-related programs. So they're starting out with a series with rapper Megan Thee Stallion, and then TikTok stars Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio. I don't know how to say their name. But they're also Snapchat is doing things with celebrity like Will Smith and Ryan Reynolds. Now, Will Smith had his show on Snapchat, I think, last year, and it was really funny because if you follow Will Smith, his content is always good. So I like his show on Snapchat, but they're expanding that to more celebrities and more like people who have large YouTube followings or large influencers. So they're starting the shows there. Okay, so you'll have more content. Also, Snapchat has done a lot this week. So Snapchat is also they're creating a game that helps the younger users become more financially savvy. So Snapchat has this section called Snap Minis. It's a series of mini apps that are created outside of Snapchat, and they're built and Snapchat allows them to come in. So a part of the Snapchat Mini is they're making something called Stock Stars. It's an educational finance game that allows the users to practice trading virtual stocks.
Whoa! Now, see, you just piqued my interest.
Now, I figured, I said, this is up. I said, Terraline's gonna like this. So here it is. So Stock Stars provides its gamers with a virtual 1 million portfolio to manage in a simulated market that uses real-time data. So in the games, the user can buy, sell stocks as well as trade cryptocurrency, just like they would in the real world. So this is something that they're using as a training tool for the younger people who are on Snapchat to learn how to be financially savvy, or even get into buying and selling stocks,
trading and selling,
right?
stocks,
Into trading, right? So a Stock Stars mini game. So they're saying it's available now in Snapchat.
Okay, I've got to go check that out, guys.
Yeah, so it's they're calling it their first financial education experience.
You know what? I want to say this. That is not just for kids, because we did not get that education.
Right.
And so, there's a lot of boomers and a lot of adults who want to know, how does this crap work? Okay.
Right. It's made easier.
Exactly.
I got into stocks here recently just because the Cash app has something on there where you can purchase stocks, and it says my first stock, and it tells you how it works, where a 3-year-old, well, not 3, maybe 5-year-old can understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I was like, oh, they should have started with this a long time ago.
But then that would have been equity, wouldn't it?
Right.
Then I wouldn't have to pay you to do it for me.
Oh, okay. I got distracted. I was looking at the chat over there. What's going on? Yeah, so see how the Snapchat is using their platform for good to educate people on finance, being educated about the stock market, how the stock market works, how to buy and sell stocks, trading, and all that. And of course, remember, Snapchat is aimed at 13 to 24. That's the main core group of users. So they need this education. And like Terralina said, it's not limited to their age group. I mean, we could go on and look at it. I was going to check it out later today and see what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take this opportunity. So if you all have a Snapchat account, and we have been talking about this, that you should own your name everywhere, even if you don't use it. If you have a Snapchat account, follow each other on Snapchat and go learn about stocks.
Yeah. So was everybody on here? Do they have their own Snapchat account with their name? I guess the name in here.
I have. I know I have one. I haven't used it.
I have one.
And TJ has hers.
I've got to reinstall mine.
Let me check it, because I'm not.
I haven't been on it in so long. Yeah,
I haven't been over there in a while, but I do. Under friends, I am over there.
But I am definitely interested in this. So, I'm back. Snap.
Yeah. So I mean, Snap has some. They have some different sections in their feed, like the discovery section, the friend subscriptions, and now this Snap Mini, which I'm looking for. I haven't seen it. I'll take a look around.
Okay, Mark has got jokes again. He said, "I'm Greta Garbo of Snapchat. On it, never used it."
I got a snap from Eileen.
How long ago? From Eileen Smith, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't see the little pop up. But Eileen sent me a snap. So, and Snapchat is fun. If you want to, use it and have fun with it. It's there, available.
Well, you're supposed to have fun anyway.
Yeah.
So
so now I'm looking for what now?
It's Snap Mini. That's what I was looking for. I didn't see it, and I said, well,
okay.
We got a question here. Yolanda from Dryer Bells is asking, do the snaps lead to anything?
The snaps. What does she mean? Like the Snap Mini, your friends, description, what? Because there's different parts of Snapchat. It's just stories.
Right. And this is the original stories.
Oh, does she mean like a link?
Do the snaps lead to anything?
Your snaps. This is the good thing about Snapchat versus Instagram stories. Like, Instagram stories, you have to have 10,000 followers in order to use the link feature. In Snapchat, it's already there. So if you do a Snap story, you can put a link to your website, to your whatever, without having the 10,000 followers. It's not based on how many followers you have.
Ooh, you might need to go in there and play with Snap a little more. Yeah.
So there's different parts of Snap. When you go in, there's the friend circle. I mean, everybody knows the circles. And then there's the subscriptions. Like if you subscribe, like mine is Entertainment Weekly, Mashable, Gary Vaynerchuk, Now This, Wall Street Journal, DJ Khaled. So when I tap on one of their subscriptions, I go and see what the latest Snap they put up.
Okay.
And matter of fact, the DJ Khaled, let me see if I can show you. The DJ Khaled one has a swipe up. And all I have to do is swipe up and go. I guess he's got a new album. So let me do the swipe up.
See, Dr. LaFaro, go ahead.
How long does it take for the snaps to disappear? Like last time I was on there, they used to disappear after so long.
Right. It's 24 hours.
24 hours.
Because Instagram stole stories from Snapchat.
Okay. They borrowed it strategically.
No, they stole it. They didn't borrow it. I'm gonna be honest. They stole it.
So they still it goes away after 24 hours. The stories on Facebook goes away after 24 as well.
Oh, what's that, Carolina?
That's me. It's adding music to some of these filters.
So I'm looking for the Snap Mini. I don't see it.
I am too, and I did a search. I'm not finding it.
You did a search. All right, let me check the notes again, because that's what they're saying that is out. That's the creator. So it's saying it's in-game app, Snap Mini. It's available now in the Snapchat app through the chats or search feature. But you searched for it. Did you search for Stock Stars? That's the name of it.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. I searched for Snap Mini.
That's what Snaps calls their interactions with third-party apps.
Oh, okay.
So the name of this is Stock Stars.
Okay.
Okay, say that again.
I found it.
Say that again.
Are we having a real-time Snapchat lesson?
Yeah.
Carolina.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Let me go down here and see if I can find it.
Yeah, just search Stock Stars.
Under Discover?
When you say, under search, the magnifying glass.
Okay. Yes, Yolanda was asking, are we having a real life Snapchat lesson?
Well,
yes, we are.
I was gonna look at it later, but since we were talking about it, I was like,
Fran always likes to go right there. So
we are in the sandbox.
Stock Stars. It comes up when you search for it.
It does? Okay.
Because that's what I did. I searched for it.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So needless to say, Snap got some stuff going on that we need to pay attention to, especially if you can put a link to something. So I'm thinking about Dryer Buzz. So if she did her story like she does on TikTok or whatever, she can put a link in there to the store.
Yeah, so her TikTok videos, I'm pretty sure she's saving them, and then all she gotta do is go to Snapchat and just upload it. She doesn't have to redo anything.
Okay, I think I found it, T.
Yeah, that's it.
It looks like it. Okay.
That's it.
This is good.
Continue.
Because
go ahead.
Because I was going to ask a question and remind me to ask the question. There is all over Snapchat. And
everything has a music. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, for attention.
Right.
Snapchat is the fun. It's the fun stuff over there.
Okay.
All right. All right. So
go ahead, TJ.
All right, so we're going to move on to Clubhouse. There's a story about Clubhouse. They are funding 50 pilot audio shows from creators. Participants get $5,000 a month through the 3-month pilot. So Clubhouse is trying to get creators to create more on Clubhouse. Why? Because when you have an app, people must stay on it. And it's with any app. And the app determines how to get you to come on and stay on. So this is what happens. They're saying that they're funding the creation of these shows on the platform, and the concepts is anything you can imagine, from they're saying an interview series to a pair show discussing the culture of hairstyle to a game show called Serial Killing Speed Dating.
What?
Yeah. That's a game show that they're doing on Clubhouse. Participants will each get $5,000 per month stipend for 3 months, plus gear and creative support to help them create the series. So the goal, they're saying, is to develop and pilot each show over the next 3 months. If they take off, there's a possibility Clubhouse will sign some of them to a longer term deal. So Clubhouse needs you to create content, so they're facilitating it with money.
Dr. Tachi,
this sounds like what Snap did when they put that $1 million out over there for people.
Spotlight, yes. That in order to get, so Snapchat says in order to get people away from TikTok and come to Snapchat, we're going to do Spotlight, which is TikTok like videos. And the way to get people away from TikTok to come to Snapchat is to offer the $1 million, the chance to win $1 million. So that's how you get. So Clubhouse doing the same thing on a smaller level. So they're saying this is the first round of creators to benefit from Clubhouse Accelerator program. It says it's going to help support new voices with tools and resources to unlock their creativity on the platform. Also, Clubhouse not taking any ownership of the content or the shows that the creators develop. So if you create the show and they feature you, you own it. And it's for 3 months. And if they see it works, then they're going to keep a longer term deal with these creators.
So you can do a Red Table Talks kind of thing over here and possibly get paid $5 a month.
Right.
Now, I don't know how they're selecting the creators. They didn't put that in here, but they're saying that this is what they're doing. So it's 50 pilot audio shows, so 50 shows.
Okay.
So that's what's Clubhouse is going on. Also, I read that the downloads this month were lower than the beginning of the year, which, new downloads for Clubhouse. So we'll see how that goes.
But they're opening up the Android. That could be a flood of people.
Yes. Also, the Android beta program started. So we'll see.
Interesting.
Okay, so we'll do TikTok. We'll talk about TikTok before I move on to Twitter. TikTok is introducing lead generation ads. They're announcing this to help businesses reach customers and drive acquisition. So this lead generation is going to be a form that you can put on as a business to capture information from people interested in your videos and your profile. So it allows businesses to create seamless interactions with potential customers to turn them into customers. Users respond by filling out a form and providing information like their name, email, phone number to show a business they are interested in a product or service. So this is going to be a part of TikTok, the business, they're developing their business section, their business feature, because they want more business owners to use it. And I always say, I've been saying for 2 years, TikTok, it's not about dancing teenagers. So you see the evolution of this. So they're saying that your leads that you capture from this form, you can download it into your CRM, and then you have that contact information. Users will see a privacy notice when submitting their information. So TikTok is telling them that they're collecting your information because, there's this whole thing now with Apple and the app tracker, and all of these platforms and companies are letting people control their privacy because that is an issue. Like, what are you doing with my information?
Right.
Okay. So this is from TikTok. TikTok lead generation enables businesses of all sizes to create seamless interactions to reach prospects in order to convert them into potential customers. Lead generation starts by making it easy for users to fill out a form, provide their information, the name, email, phone, in order to signal their interest in that businesses services or products. Okay, so that's their statement. So TikTok is doing a lot of stuff lately for businesses. They have a whole business center. They're doing this lead generation ads. So this is where TikTok is going.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
The question is, can you purchase directly from TikTok like you do on Instagram? Like Instagram has a little
dry your buzz.
No, Yolanda, can we purchase directly from TikTok?
You can go to the links in the bio. Everything on TikTok is still in the bio. I don't know if they have given influence anything actually on the actual content, but as long as you're rocking that bio, you're good.
Okay, so you can purchase from the bio. The link takes you over there. Okay. I think with whatever you're talking about right now, TJ, it's going to get to the point if you can ask for people's information for lead generation, pretty soon I think you should be able to just click and it takes you straight to that product.
Yeah, we're gonna see that because that's what Instagram did. Instagram had the links, and now they have you tap and you can buy.
Okay, go ahead.
Shopify, you can run a TikTok ad and get the link on the TikTok that you create, but it's an ad.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what they're doing here. They're making it where is lead generation. We talked about this last month about businesses. This is your focus, lead generation and not likes. Likes are okay. Likes are a good indication of you're doing well. But as a business owner, what do you want? You want to take likes to the bank, so you want to take cash to the bank? I say cash or credit card or PayPal or Venmo or cash or whatever. Wow. So TikTok is rolling out these business focused tools, and this is one of them. So it's good news. So keep an eye out, business owners. TikTok. All right, so let's move on to Twitter. Twitter has been really busy this week. Okay. So I'll start with the little section. Twitter has acquired a reading service, Scroll. And Scroll is a subscription service that offers readers a better way to read through long-form content on the web by removing ads and other website clutter that can mar the experience of reading it, especially on the phone. So this service is going to become a part of Twitter's larger plan. They got this plan to get, subscriptions to get people to pay, like the follow, and also the tip jar I'm going to talk about in a minute. So these are some of the premium features that Twitter is testing and trying to get together to say, okay, Twitter's going to become Twitter and Patreon. They're integrating their Patreon-like services in. So it will stay free, but then they'll have this premium side. And every place we're going now has a free, you read this free article, and if you want to read the extra stuff for the premium stuff, you got to sign up
and subscribe and pay
on a dot, whatever it is. So if that's where everything is subscription model now. I'm like, where's the free articles? You go to Washington, Wall Street Journal. I'm like, I see good stuff, and I'm like, okay, they want you to pay. I'm not paying. I'm sorry, I'm not paying. That's just me. But this is where Twitter is going. So they're adding in tools, and Scroll is one of the tools. So this will they're saying that this is going to roll out soon. Didn't say when it's coming out, but it's part of their tip jar, super follow. There's their paid subscriber base that they're trying to build up for Twitter. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. All right, let's talk about this one. Here's another one that got people in an uproar yesterday. Well, not in an uproar, but Twitter has changed the way they show images in the timeline. So Twitter would crop, if you had a tall image, Twitter would crop it and you wouldn't see the whole thing. So now they change it to where you get to see tall images. And I've got the screenshot to show you.
Okay.
And I don't know how we're going to describe this to Clubhouse.
Let me bring this. Does the image take over the phone? Because that's what you really want.
Okay, so can we see that? See the difference?
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm going to describe it for Clubhouse. Normally, when you go into Twitter and you look at a picture, you only get to see like a small section.
Yeah, like a
You don't get to see
12.
what was
I
on
think
top
it's
or on
like
the
a
top.
1280 by 720 view. Think of a YouTube video size.
Right. So now Twitter is allowing you to see the entire picture in your feed, not just the crop. Before, you used to, if you wanted to see that whole picture, you had to tap on the picture to see it. Now in the feed, it shows you the whole picture.
Right.
Okay, that's a whole lot better.
Yeah. So this got Twitter. They had the hashtag RIP Twitter. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I think this was yesterday. And I'm like, what is going on? So I look at it. I'm like, oh, they're just talking about the crop feature being removed. So they were doing RIP RIP Twitter crop. So they're calling this Twitter crop. So, but it had to do with spacing and the way the feed looks when you're scrolling on your phone.
Okay.
All right. So that's what Twitter has done that. Let's see. Let's go back in my notes. Here's another thing. Twitter is rolling out anti-bullying prompts to all. Now, the prompts, I'm going to bring that up because I have that screenshot also. The prompt feature is, remember how when you wanted to retweet and they would stop you and say, do you really want to retweet that? That's what this is.
Before listening, before reading it.
Right. Let me see. Do I have it? Nope, I don't have the screenshot, so I will just read my notes. So they're releasing a feature that detects mean replies, and there's a screen that pops up, and I have it here. So it says Twitter asks you, want to review this before tweeting. We're asking people to review replies with potentially harmful or offensive language. It doesn't stop. Remember the speed bump feature of it? It doesn't stop you from retweeting or tweeting it. It just Twitter is saying, okay, be nice. Be nice. Don't say mean, hurtful, hate speech, bullying stuff. This is one of their little, I call it speed bump. It stops people from just, and Mark says define mean. All right, so this is what Twitter is saying. Let me see what they're defining as mean. They're saying a not very nice tweet. When a not very nice tweet is detected, an automatic prompt reads, want to review this before tweeting. The user is presented with 3 choices: tweet, edit, or delete. And they tried tested this last year. So now they're really rolling out to everybody. So I'm thinking they have some words in a list that in a database that when you type in a certain word, a mean word, it will match up, and Twitter says, hey, hold on, wait a minute. Do you really want to tweet that? We're going to stop you, speed bump you, and say, don't tweet that. Rethink it. But it doesn't stop you. Okay.
Because it really can't stop anybody if they're going to be stupid. They can't stop you from being stupid.
And remember, Twitter has a high instance of people on there doing harassment, hateful message, hate speech, bullying, all that. So Twitter has been called out. So this is like one of the things that they want to do to stop that kind of hate speech. And Mark says sometimes the not very nice tweet is simply an accurate description. True. I was going to say that they do have on the opposite end of this that it can be something that's not what Twitter thinks it is, and that's why they don't stop you. It's just a speed bump. You could just go right over it. When you have a speed bump, you just go right over. Now the car is going to bounce, but you can still go over it. So Twitter's trying to slow people down.
Now, does that mean that because I warned you or gave you an opportunity to make a different decision, I'm not liable as a platform?
Well, that could be a part of it also.
You know what I mean?
Again, Twitter knows it has a problem.
Yeah.
It's been well documented. People being bullying, hate speech, mean stuff. And this is one of the tools that Twitter's giving you. Okay, so now Twitter says after they tested it last year, they're saying 34% of people revised their initial reply or decided not to send the tweet at all after getting this warning. So after they were first prompted, users composed about 11% fewer offensive replies in the future. They were also less likely to receive offensive replies in return. So they're saying that it does work. Twitter. Okay. So there's the anti-bullying, be nice. Remember, Pinterest had this also that creators have to sign a be nice contract. It's like, okay, so this is where we're going. All right. So, yes, let's do this one. So Twitter, I'll tell you, Twitter's been busy. Twitter's planning to roll out Twitter Spaces to everybody with at least 600 followers. So remember, Twitter Spaces is their Clubhouse clone where, and matter of fact, did I start my Twitter Space? Yes, I did. So I have the Twitter Space going while we're talking, and it's their Clubhouse feature where, you know, people can join in. It's audio only. People can come on stage and speak and listen to you and all of that. So they are rolling this out to everybody. It was in beta testing, so now you have to have at least 600 followers on your Twitter account.
Well, we have it, and I don't think we quite at 600, but we have it.
Right.
Okay.
So, you know, Twitter Spaces, this is the thing. To start a Twitter Space is what they're putting out. But if someone else started a Twitter Space before now, you could always join. You just couldn't start one because it was in beta. So now they're saying if you have at least 600 followers, you can start your own Twitter Space. Okay. This is the Twitter Spaces is available to iOS and Android users because remember, Clubhouse is iOS only, but they do have the small beta, Android beta testing.
Mark got jokes again. Mark said I'll be doing all my Twitter Spaces with Russian bots.
Help us further. Okay.
Okay, so here's a little bit about Twitter Spaces, just as a reminder. It appears as a purple bubble at the top of your timeline. It remains there as long as the room is live, a space is live. Enter as a listener to react with emoji, see pinned tweets, message folks, follow along with captions, or request to speak. You can join as a speaker and you can talk, pin tweets, turn on captions, and share the space with others. Admin have full control over who can and cannot respond in their spaces.
So
go ahead.
No, I was going to ask a question. Seeing as you use Twitter Spaces and and Clubhouse, which seems to be the more user friendly?
Clubhouse is. I think Clubhouse is. I think because I was using Twitter Spaces when we were doing the Friday shows, and I haven't done it in the last month or so.
Right.
But I decided to use it today.
Right.
And I was reading about it. So I said,
And I thought about turning on the Twitter Spaces as well. And
but
I was
you're
like,
the Clubhouse. So I think if we should do it wherever there's more people joining. Right. So I think Clubhouse
that
would
was
be
the
better.
other thing. The discovery on Spaces is not like it is on Clubhouse.
Right. Now, Spaces, you could send out a tweet saying I'm doing a space and come on in. But you know, I'm looking at this as Twitter is putting the Spaces as part of their subscription platform because they're going to do something called ticketed spaces where you can limit the number of people that come in, earn revenue. You can put on reminders. You can do co-hosting, and they're saying more ways to discover new spaces. So Twitter is using their Spaces as part of this premium section.
I think that would be good. Like if you're doing a webinar or you're doing something where you're teaching something and then you have people come in and they pay to take a seat, like actually going to an auditorium.
Right. So this is where, and Clubhouse is starting to do that because remember they had the feature where you could, was it you could charge or you tipped or something in Clubhouse?
Yeah. And you can, I don't know if because I'm not looking at our, on our thing where it should say pay or
right. I think you could tip the creator.
Right, you can pay them.
Yes, you could pay them in Clubhouse.
Yes, but you have to have that feature already on there.
And they were testing it with a group. I'm not sure.
And some people, like I sent something to Eileen. I think I sent something to Bonnie Frank or whatever. And you could send like $5, $20. You can send whatever you wanted. and they process it with Stripe. But the person, whoever the creator is or whoever has it, they have to, you got a notification saying, hey, you can set up to get paid or something.
Right.
And they would set you up.
So you see how Clubhouse is doing that now. Twitter is doing that. So speaking of this, paying creators and tipping, Tip Jar is live now in Twitter. I remember last week I said that they were going to have the option to where you could pay with PayPal, Venmo. I forgot the option. Let me see. Yeah. Bandcamp, Cash App, Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo. So now you can set that up on your profile. And when I went into my Twitter yesterday, it popped up and said, oh, you can activate your tip jar. And I went in and set it up. You set it up on your profile. Let me see.
Nice.
I got a little it's a little animated thing. Let me see if I can bring it up. Yeah, here it is. It's a little animated GIF that they put out. Twitter put out. So let me share it so we can see. It goes really fast. We might have to watch it a couple of times. But here we go. All right, so that's Twitter. And then they're saying go to edit profile. And then on your profile, you activate tip jar. And then you allow tips. And then it says the different options to set up. Like Cash App, you have to put your Cash App username in. If you do PayPal, you got to do each one. So this is a little animation going through, showing you where it is. So you can activate that on your profile, and they're going to tie this in with Twitter Spaces. So if you do a space, and a matter of fact, I saw this work yesterday. I was in a Twitter space with Eileen and Madeline Skylar, and somebody went and Eileen tipped Madeline. So you go to the profile on the Twitter page, and there's an icon, and you tap it, and then you can send the person whatever you want. With like Fran was saying with Clubhouse, you can send $5, $10, whatever you want to send. But you have to set it up on your profile first, and it's an icon. It looks like money next to the edit profile button on your Twitter account. And then when someone taps it, it says send. Like mine, I set up Cash App and Venmo. So when you tap each of those things, if you tap one of those things, whichever platform you want to use to pay, then it goes to the process of paying the person. Tip jar.
Okay, so now where do I see tip jar on your?
So you go to your profile.
No, I mean I want to if I wanted to send you a tip.
You go to my profile.
Okay, I'm on your profile.
And there's the little button that looks like cash is in blue.
I
don't see it.
Oh, maybe because it only works on the mobile device.
No, it's mobile. Yeah, it's not desktop.
Okay, okay. Cause see now that they need to fix that.
It's not on the desktop yet. It's mobile.
Okay, I'll have to do it when I have a free phone or a free mobile device. Okay.
All right, let me stop this.
Very nice. I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah, so this is their tip jar. It's live. If you have access to set it up on your profile, when you go into the mobile app, it'll flash up saying tip jar is available, set it up, or go to your profile and the button will be there. You tap it, you edit your profile, and it should be there. So you're gonna set it up with Bandcamp, Cash App, Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo. Now Twitter is not taking a cut of this money yet.
Yet is the operative word.
Right. So here's Twitter's quote: tip jar is an easy way to support the incredible voices that make up the conversation on Twitter. This is a first step in our where'd my notes go? This is the first step in our work to create new ways for people to receive and show support on Twitter with money.
So Clubhouse, they take a cut via Stripe, I think. Stripe.
Right. So same thing here. So that's the same thing. All the payment processors, they all take that 2%, 3%. None of them, there's not a processor that doesn't take a cut of that. So but Twitter is not taking a cut.
Yes, but
allowing you to access it. Right. Yeah. They're just putting the link to PayPal, the link to Venmo, the link to Patreon, wherever you set it up. they're providing the link, an easy way for people to, and that's what their quote was, an easy way to people to receive money for the conversations they're having on Twitter, which they're tying it into Twitter Spaces. I saw at work yesterday, they had a Twitter Space, and Eileen went in and tipped the person that was running the space. Because she said, oh, thank you, Eileen, for the tip. She said you didn't have to do it, but thank you. So that's how it works. When you're in Twitter on the mobile app, you want to send somebody money, there's a link there in the profile. So you can tell also, if you're doing a Twitter space, you can tell people.
You can, you want to, this is good.
How do you get to Twitter space again? I'm in Twitter. I'm looking at
Dr. LaFar asked a question.
You have to edit. You go to edit profile. If it's available for you, it should be. You go to edit profile and it says turn on. Hold on, let me go. Edit profile, and this tip jar is at the bottom, and you turn it on and off.
Okay, so Dr. LaFar, were you asking about that, or were you asking about? Okay.
I was asking about that. I don't have tip jar on mine. I got 251 or some followers.
But you should still be able to get the tip jar even if you don't have.
Right. It's not based on your followers. That was Twitter Spaces. You have to have 600 followers. The tip jar, they're saying that's active for anyone with a Twitter account, and they're saying that a limited number of English language users will have the option of hosting a virtual tip jar.
Okay,
so do you need to reload the app or something?
You might want to make sure you have the latest version, make sure it's up to date.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, it might be a limited rollout, like they're doing a little bit here, and then tomorrow add more people, because they never, like if they've got 300 million users, they're not going to do all 300 million users at once. And that all the apps do that. Facebook does that. Instagram, all of them do that. They don't just turn it on like for everybody. They do like rollouts. In the IT, you call it rollouts. Like a certain section, and then this section, and then that section. Like tickets when you're at the football stadium, there's sections, so they do each section. Depending on how they want to do it, there's no, they don't tell us. They just say, oh, this thing is available and it's rolling out now, and you have to update, or you have to wait, or check the next day, whatever Twitter decides to turn this option on. So it says here, it started Thursday. All English language users can start sending tips to the jars via Twitter app for iOS or Android. So this is not iOS only, it's iOS and Android. So just keep checking.
Okay, I'm gonna go. When I get back to my mobile device, I'm gonna see what we got. I think that's gonna be pretty good.
Right. So this is another tool that they put on because they want you to use Spaces. So if you have the opportunity for someone to, tip you or send you money while you're doing a space, or when you send a tweet, it's active all the time. So here's another tool. So
and so that is all the more reason to make sure you have something of value to share.
Yes, of course, that's the key. Have something of value to share. Be tippable. Unless you look up on someone who just wants to give you money because, hey, I found your Twitter today, here's some money.
Right. But you need to be tippable.
Right. And like my mom always said, if somebody offers you, well, not somebody, but she was saying family members. When I was a kid, like if family members want to give you some money, you don't turn it down. Because I would go, oh, no, I don't want that. She's like, because your family member giving you some money, always take it from your family members. So if somebody wants to send you $5,
and they're following you for a reason, know what I mean? These are not like strangers.
Right. Okay. Right, because if someone's following you for a reason, they like your tweets, they like the information, this is the providing value part of it, and they want to send you $5 or $1, whatever the minimum amount is, hey, why not?
Receive it with gladness and say thank you.
Yeah, just say thank you. And you never know that or you could. Here's another option I just thought of. If you're doing an Ask Me Anything, an AMA, if you're taking questions, and say, oh, did you find these series of tweets valuable? You could put something in the tip jar.
Okay. And this is similar to Buy Me a Coffee.
Yeah, that's the other side of it. There is a tool that says buy me a coffee, and you can put it on your website. Same thing. It's a tip jar. You can direct people to do it, or you could do a live and say, I'm taking questions. Put $1 in the tip jar. I'll answer your question live. Stuff like that. There's lots of opportunities to use this. So, and it's there. Turn it on if you have it.
And this is a good way to make up the difference between the regular courses that you might be charging for, or whatever. People can come to get to know you a little bit before they jump to the bigger price point.
Right. And so you could do an AMA, ask me anything, taking questions, ask me this. You could set it up the way you want, the way you feel comfortable doing it, or you could just turn it on and leave it there passively. Okay,
I like that. You know, let people pay what they think of it as a value to you.
Yeah, like my mother said, if they want to pay you,
the answer would be thank you.
Right. You're providing, remember, you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're providing value, doing something fun or entertainment or education for others. And this is a way for you to receive the appreciation that they might have for you. Let's say that. They might want to appreciate you.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, they might want to appreciate you. I appreciate you is $1, it's $5.
I can see this working.
And think about that adding up amongst all the people that are following you. Not every person that follows you. Say 10%, 20% of the people that follow you.
All right. That sounds good.
All right. So let's move on to Facebook. Facebook has a next door clone.
Yeah, what is that? What's going on with that?
Now, we talked about this before. I think we were talking about this before, and let me bring up the screen share for that.
And so while she's talking about that, because Nextdoor is an app that lets you talk to your neighbors and
they can put up, you know, notifications about things.
Like a dog got lost and something else.
There's the noise. There's in my next door, they were saying that someone in the neighborhood was going into the building lobbies and taking the Amazon delivery packages. They even had the guy face on camera, and if you see this guy, blah blah blah, he's been going to all the buildings in the neighborhood. So that was a part of next door for my next door. So they were sharing things like that. But
Mrs. Kravitz on steroids.
But then it's nextdoor.com, it's on the web and it's an app, and you can sign up and you see what's going on in your neighborhood. So Facebook, of course, is adding this to the app. So they're calling it neighborhoods instead of next door. So it's going to be a part of this. You can, sign up and you can join the section in your that's in your neighborhood. It's coming, and they're testing this in 4 U.S. cities: Charlotte, San Diego, Baton Rouge, and Newark, New Jersey. So that's North Carolina, California, Louisiana, and New Jersey. They're testing it there first. So it's all about, this is Facebook. They're saying corralling geographically designed groups of users into a single space to discuss local goings on. Now, what's the difference between this and a group? Because I've seen some groups, like for the neighborhoods in New York, I've seen some Facebook groups where you can go in, but Facebook is putting it separate from groups and having it an option in the app. See,
so now I'm confused. I have a question. I hope you can answer. I don't know if it's too new yet. Okay, so now this is a separate app away from Facebook.
This is a part of Facebook. No,
is this going to be something else? I got to click
Facebook. In Facebook.
It's within Facebook, or is it okay? So it's within Facebook.
Something else to click in Facebook, girl.
Yeah, this is going.
You got rooms. Rooms wasn't enough. It's not enough. Now we have to invade your house with a doorbell. Ding! Hey y'all, the dog is missing.
Hey Shay, go ahead, Shay.
This is Shay. So y'all already know Facebook. They love to do things under the guise of we're bringing people together, right? They want to bring people together in a way that benefits them. So people just using the group feature as their neighborhoods, they can't really use that because there's too many groups. But if I can pull you into a group that's meant for the neighborhoods, then now I can have all my advertisers come and focus neighborhood type, local type, house type ads to you. And
yes,
so, never forget, Facebook don't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
About, you know,
she's absolutely right.
Because especially with this Facebook ad thing going on with Apple, you know, they're trying to find different ways to get back to being king of the ads. So, you know, they don't care about us. But, you know, if they can use us to get in a neighborhood specific group where they know it's a neighborhood group, then they can make more money off of us.
Right.
Down to the zip code, girl. They got your zip code
right.
and your house number.
Right. Okay. You're absolutely right. This is about ad placement. Facebook places more places to place ads. So why not create the neighborhood group? Like I said, Facebook there are already people creating groups for their neighborhood. Facebook says, wait a minute, we're going to create a section called neighborhoods, and you're going to join this, and we're going to know that you're geographically a part of this area, which we can use for our ad data because of the app tracking feature in iOS that allows people to
target
out.
The neighborhood.
Right.
Okay.
So now Facebook is going to have their own data collection instead of relying on the pixel and things like that because of iOS opt-out. So they're going to use this as a part when you're running an ad to create custom audiences, lookalike audience, and things like that. So they're not going to be able to rely on the iOS data because people are opting out. So they're going to use this neighborhood and other things that they're working on to say, hey, wait a minute, you want to run an ad, we can still track this and that because instead of the pixel, we have this thing going on called neighborhoods. And there's another couple other things that Facebook is working on to gather data within the app.
Right, because I had updated my iOS and I went to go into Facebook to do something, and the big screen popped up on the thing. Not do you want to, it wasn't the one from Apple where it says you want to allow this app to track you. It came up with Facebook would like to do such and such and such and such. And then if you hit continue, I believe you're giving them permission to do something. I was like, and so I swiped it away. I'm like, just let me go to what I want to see. And it kept popping back up.
Right. And remember this opt out of app ads tracking is iOS only. So Android is still good as far as like the Facebook pixel and gathering data. It's just Apple is doing this. So Facebook is trying to find a workaround. This is one of the ways. So they're going to start gathering us within the app and saying, you know, we've got the data, even though we don't have it from iOS users, but we got this. It's like a workaround. And she's right. She's absolutely right. Facebook needs more places to put more ads because more ads is more money for Facebook.
Right.
And they need to convince the people who are buying the ads that they can target their audience.
That you can target who you want to, that you can get this kind of audience, that you can get this kind of demographic information. And they can't do that now because of the Apple update, but that's iOS only. Android is going good.
And that's why I was wondering, because the numbers when we go live on Facebook, the numbers are not as robust as they have been.
Yes, I see that.
That's an understatement. Okay.
Well, and you know, and I was thinking, okay, is that because of this thing with the privacy situation, or are they just clamping down, really wanting you to buy ads?
I think they're just clamping down on wanting you to buy ads now. Because remember, Facebook, when they give out a new tool, they're all gun-ho and they want you to use it, and then they give you that boost of, you know, exposure and reach and engagement and stuff like that. And now, like you said, now we look at it. When did Facebook give us live? Was it 2016? 2017, something like that. So now here we are a few years later, Facebook is going, okay, that's enough. Now you want that boost, we want you to buy the ads, and then we're going to boost you. So you're right.
Okay. Wait, the first one was free, like the drug dealer?
The first one is free, and then they keep you going, and they go, oh, you like that, then you need to buy some ads, and you
need to pay for that now.
Doggone it. All right, so I got one more last thing. This is it. So Instagram has rolled out their auto captions for stories. So you can record a video using the stories camera or upload a saved clip and then open the stickers. There's the sticker feature in stories, and then you look for the blue caption option, and this will put in the captions on your video. Captions are, the text on the screen. So people, and this is because a lot of people have the sound turned down on their phone. So if you got the sound turned down, they can't hear what you're saying, but the words will be there. So this is the stickers option that they're putting out. Okay. And they're going to bring this is going to come to Reels soon, they're saying. And they're saying this is already available for Instagram stories. So you go to Instagram stories and there's the caption sticker and you should be able to use it. Right?
I'm still trying to understand the purpose for Reels when we got stories, but okay.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. So remember that Instagram stole stories from Snapchat. Was it 2016 or before? Around that time. So they had stories, and that was, you could put a picture up for 15 seconds, or you could put a little video for 15 seconds, and then it would go into the next one. But remember, TikTok came along, and it's, popular. It's very popular. So Instagram is like, okay, we need some of that popularity. So let's do the option where you can do the 15-second video like TikTok in the TikTok style with the editing and stuff like that. So that's the difference.
Yeah. It's still not as easy as TikTok, though. No, it's not. But they're giving us, people are using the Reels as an option instead of, I don't want to sign up for TikTok, but they want that feature. So the Instagram goes, here you go. And they're happy with it, but it's not the same as TikTok. TikTok editing features are way better than Reels or anything else that's out there. That's why people love it. So the moral of this story is you got to go wherever your people are and use that tool for wherever they are.
Yeah. Yes. And we talked about Snapchat today. And remember, Snapchat is in that 13 to 24, 28 group that is popular. That app is popular with them. So they're on it. That and TikTok. They're not on Facebook. So if your demo is that younger crowd, you need to go where they are. Now they might be on Facebook because they got to go and see grandma's picture or something like that. But that's not what they're hanging out. Like Fran said, they're not hanging out on Facebook. Some of these Gen Zs and Gen Alphas and whatever, they're like, Facebook, what? They don't even know, like, what? Who uses that? That's for grandma and grandpa. They don't use that. So
it's like looking through the family album. I mean, how often do you do that? You know what I mean?
Right. That's a good example. Right. You go to grandma's house and they want to pull out the baby. Here's your dad or your mom or the kid is like,
whatever, people.
I don't want to do that. So Snapchat is still around because, and there's always been these stories about Snapchat is dead. Snapchat is dying. It's not dead. It's still here. They're evolving in their own niche sort of market with that demo group. And if they use Snapchat, they are diehard Snapchat users. Same thing with TikTok. They love TikTok. They're going to be on there. They're not going to Facebook. You can't drag them over there. So you have to go where they are. And like I said, there's the old man Steve that's on TikTok.
Old man Steve.
I told you, old man Steve, and he's just there doing old man stuff. He's just being himself, and he's got like 1 million followers, I think it was.
Go check out old man Steve.
Yeah, so don't go, well, it's dancing kids. Yeah, dancing kids is there, but there's other stuff. You need to be a part of that. Ride the wave. Go to where the puck is going. All those analogies.
Wait a minute.
Shay.
Who is old man Steve?
He's on
old
TikTok.
Man Steve on TikTok. Remember I mentioned him? Let me pull him up.
What is he doing?
I am not familiar with old man.
He's just being an old man.
Hold up, let me bring it up.
Over there
He's doing
let's
old
go
man
check
stuff.
out old man Steve.
What do old men do? I mean,
hold on, I'm gonna bring it up.
That's what I'm confused because
Well, I know one thing. I know Mom's maybe said the only thing an old man can do for me is bring me a message from a young man. But go ahead.
Let me bring up. He's just doing old man stuff. Old man.
Give me an example of old man stuff. I'm trying
Exactly.
Hold on, I'm going to bring it up.
Okay, yeah. Old man Steve is OM Steve is his name. He's 82 years old from Dallas Fort Worth.
I was going to do cooking with Steve, and I was going to have bacon and eggs, and I couldn't find the bacon. But then I remembered that I froze it. Well, now it's frozen solid. I didn't eat the eggs by myself, without the bacon.
And people are watching this.
I'm just going to have
Look, he is playing with a daggone cat.
like watching the older actor, I can't think Jordan something when he's like, well, shit, what y'all doing?
He's got 1.5 million followers.
Okay.
28 million likes.
And
Oh my God.
It's really no other way to describe it other than he over here doing old man stuff.
That's the name of his account, Old Man Steve.
But he got a little shit. He like hats, y'all. He like hats.
Yeah, he got a bunch of hats.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he got on a wig too. Okay,
He's
good.
dancing. He's dancing with his phones.
Okay.
Old man Steve.
He got more going on than I do. Look.
One of his videos has 1.4 million likes. It's a cooking video.
I was cooking with Steve, and I decided I don't want to cook this morning. So I'm going to have my English muffin, which is the easiest thing in the world.
That's it. That's him. He's just turning on the camera and being himself. And he called himself Old Man Steve, and people tuning in.
I love it.
He said it's cooking with Steve, but I don't feel like cooking. We all should have a show. It's no excuse for none of us.
Okay.
And then remember,
Okay.
But I don't cook.
and then remember, Yolanda, you was talking about the restaurant with the specials. So what do? All they do is come on every day. This is a special, and they show you the food.
Yeah, that's what Garbuzz taught us that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I love Old Man Steve. I may actually go over to TikTok now and check him out.
Yeah.
I love him. I can see how that would be engaging to me. Like
And
he
he looked like he in a nice little apartment with his stuff.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just like I think because I'm just flabbergasted. Okay.
But that goes to show you the power of social media, and also this is a part of we were in we still are, but people were really locked in. It was nothing to do, so we were interested in little things like this. But see, now he's branching out into cooking and dancing, so he's going to keep the people that tune in to him during this time period. They're going to say, "What Old Man Steve is doing? Let me go see."
And Old Man Steve ain't everywhere else. He's right here on TikTok.
Yep, with 1.5 million followers.
I ain't mad at him.
That was a lesson in content all by itself.
Yes, it was. Because
I mentioned it was that last month or a few weeks ago. So there's an old man on TikTok, Old Man Steve, he just waking up and talking to the camera. I woke up today and let me see. Do I want some bacon? Let me get the bacon because I froze. And he's talking, and that's all he's doing. So now he's dancing with spoons and doing other stuff. Old Man Steve.
I love him. He gets an A.
Mm-hmm.
And I would definitely send Old Man Steve $5.
See,
there you go.
If there was a tip jar on TikTok,
it's coming. It's coming.
Old Man Steve would be making some retirement funds.
The tip jar is coming to TikTok. Best believe. We're just waiting for it. It's coming because you see all of these places are having things.
Wait, he got Venmo.
Okay.
Old Man Steve got https venmo.com Stephen Austin -40. Yeah, he got a Venmo account.
Oh, is that my cousin? Did you say Austin?
Oh no, that's his name.
Related?
I think we might be related. I need to check him out.
Okay, here it is. Old Man Steve is 82 years old from Dallas Fort Worth.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's on and he's supporting the ASPCA. Is Dry Bun still there? Because I think when you go live on TikTok, isn't there something? It's not a tip jar, but isn't there something when you go live you can put some kind of link up? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, look, he got his direct me. He has something that's like, what is it, Linktree? When you click on his link,
yes,
we learned some stuff from him. And on here, you got follow me on TikTok. He on Snapchat.
Oh, he's everywhere. He's on Cameo. Remember that Cameo?
Yeah, Cameo is where you can book a celebrity to talk for you.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He's on Cameo.
He's on Facebook, Pinterest. He got a Pinterest account too. Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Cameo. Wait, shop for Old Man Steve merchandise.
See, he got merch.
He got merch. See, look at that. I didn't even look at his link. He got merch. Wow.
Get a video message from me. And buy. And so he can give you a video message. Send me a gift.
Not me. $30. Old Man Steve is not letting any grass grow under his feet.
Okay, what is our excuse?
Girl, I am so outdone.
Listen, he's on Cameo.
Oh my gosh.
Look, the t-shirt. I love Old Man Steve, $25. Laugh with Old Man Steve hoodie, $41.
He got hoodies and everything. Shut up.
He got stickers.
And he got an iPhone case and a Samsung case.
See, he is not playing.
Old Man Steve is bananas.
See, don't play Old Man Steve cheap now. See?
Mugs. So like Fran said, what's our excuse? I'm getting work. I'm going to get to work right now, Old Man Steve. You showing us up. You showing us up.
Well, I know. I was like, we should have Biz Chicks gear and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, Old Man Steve.
And he's not using Linktree. He's using this other thing called Direct. We'll have to check that out too.
Right.
Old Man Steve just taught all of us something today.
He's on Pinterest, TikTok, Snapchat. Oh, let me check him out on Snapchat.
He have 253 followers on Pinterest.
I just added Old Man Steve. Let me check him out. Wow. Wow is what I'm saying. So you see the power here. It's time for everybody to get on TikTok. And if you're not ready to do anything on TikTok, you don't have. You could just get your name, your username, because when you're ready to get on TikTok and you go over there and your username's gone, you could just sit on it. Just sit on it.
Wow.
Just sit on it. Snapchat, just go over there and sit on it. You don't have to use it, but sit on it. But Snapchat's here. They've been saying Snapchat is dead every year. Every year, Snapchat is dead. Is it dead?
Old Man Steve is on Snap, Lord.
Yes, I just friended him.
And on Instagram.
Yes, he's everywhere. So Old Man Steve is the lesson for today.
Amen.
Check him out. See what he's doing. He's leaving.
He's on YouTube as well.
Yep, he got a YouTube channel.
Of course.
Yes, he does. The Life and Times of Old Man Steve.
The Life and Time. That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's been on an Australian TV show, Today Interview with Old Man Steve. Shut up.
A year ago. Yeah.
Just saying.
And he has his uploads here from a week ago. Old Man Steve and the Lottery, 5 minutes. His videos are not that long.
Right. 5 minutes, 4 minutes. He's got 17,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow. He was on Vine 6 years ago.
See.
Oh, he was on Vine. See, that explains it.
See, he had 35,000 views 6 years ago on Vine he did something on Vine.
So see how Vine is the daddy of TikTok or the mother of TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And Twitter got rid of it. Dummies.
Sometimes you get there too early.
Yes.
And so you abandon it.
Right. They should have kept it.
Dr. LaFar, go ahead.
I'm sorry, my baby unmuted me.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! I thought you was gonna say something, but this is pretty good. Okay, really?
The baby wants to talk. Okay.
He's been on 10 years.
Yes.
He's been on 10 years.
See, and that's the other thing. Sometimes we think things are overnight successes, and sometimes they are. But in this case, he's been plowing this field for quite a while.
And he's got 17,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes. Wow.
Okay, I need to get to work.
That's what I said. He's showing all of us up. I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
And his stuff it's not like it's mind-boggling. He's just talking about stuff.
Thought out. It's just, hey, you know what? I'm going in this kitchen and dag nabbit, the bacon is frozen. For real.
Who we talking about?
We're talking about old man Steve.
Oh, is that his name on YouTube?
Yeah, old man Steve on YouTube. And he's on Twitter.
Look, I think I need to start a channel. Grammy says, get somewhere and sit down.
Listen, he got 4,000. Okay, 4,000 followers on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And his last tweet was 5 hours ago. Shut up.
And see, speaking of Taryn, you were saying, what were you saying about the cooking with Grammy?
Yeah,
there's a YouTube channel I found. It's called Pasta Grannies, and it's older women in Italy showing their dishes. It's called Pasta Grannies, and I found it. I was like, wow. So all it is that the older women are there, and they're speaking Italian, but they're
sitting around talking about.
But no, they're not sitting around. They're making the dish.
They're making pasta.
They're making pasta, and then pasta by hand, the flour, and the little well, and the egg, and and they make the dish from scratch to end. And I'm going, wow, Pasta Grannies.
Okay, we ain't got no. Okay, so when we meet back here, we should have added something else to our repertoire, or
our repertoire.
What does Todd say? Be more This is be more.
This is be more Okay, if old man Steve can do it, what?
Okay, so what's going on? What's really going on?
He's got merch. I didn't even know he had merch.
Old man Steve got merch. Oh my God!
Is he on Patreon? We didn't even check that. Let me see.
No, he's not on Patreon. I didn't see Patreon, but I did see send me a gift. Wait a minute. Let's see what it takes you to.
Okay, so he's Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Cameo, shop for merch, Venmo website, get a message from me. That's from the direct me site, which is using, and then he has linked. Oh, he's on LinkedIn. Here's a podcast and send me a gift.
Yeah, send me a gift. You can send him, I don't know what the -5 is, but you can send him $5, $15, $8, $10, or $7.
Okay, so next he's gonna do NFTs and cryptocurrency.
I bet you he is too.
I bet he will. I'm laughing, but I bet he will because he's got these send a gift. Those could be NFTs that he creates himself.
He's on Twitch.
He's on Twitch too.
Well, I saw the Twitch link down there.
It's on the bottom.
All righty then.
Okay, so
and he's using direct.me. That's what he's using for his link. His link for his
wherever he's at.
Yeah, wherever he's at. Because on all the social medias you have one link, so they try to make it do more than one thing. So yeah.
Oh wait, get updates about me. Get all my most important updates by following me on direct.me. Put your name in there and then hit next, so you signing up on his list.
Yes. So now, and then he's getting you on his email list, which means he can send you email messages. If all of these things go away, he's got email.
He's doing what you've been teaching for the last 5 years, TJ.
I didn't even check out his link. I was just so like with him being on TikTok, I was like, oh, cool. I didn't even look at his link.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
He's doing it with the link. He's see the power of a link and being himself. He's being himself. Old man Steve. The name of the accounts are old man because he's an old man. His name is Steve. I love it.
Wow.
Righty-dighty.
I love it.
All right, so we just
We just needed to have a what do you call it? A seminar with old man Steve.
right, and he would probably come on the show and teach us how to do all of this stuff. I went to direct out me, and I was able to give my name.
And he's been doing it for a while because, you know, the Vine, the YouTube, 10 years. He got videos from 10 years.
Now, how crazy would we feel if we find out that old man Steve and all of his content manager is a 6-year-old grandchild that's doing the strategies that us entrepreneurs don't want to do. And the granddad.
Right.
Say that because every time my 6-year-old granddaughter comes over, she say, Grammy, I want to make a TikTok. There we go. We turn on the phone and she's making TikToks.
Let her make that TikTok.
I'm just saying, I just got I just signed up for direct. I mean, I was able to get my first name without.
I'm going to check. I'm going to sign mine up. Like I said, you go and get it because when you need it or when you want it, your username won't be available. So always sign up for as many things as you can. I know it's a lot, and people go, "Oh, that's overwhelmed," but you don't have to use everything.
Shoot, I got at Francine without my last name or nothing on direct.me.
Old man Steve taught us some stuff today.
Yeah, we learned a lot from old man Steve. We ought to give him a tip.
Yeah,
let's say that.
Yeah. Does he have his tip jar set up on Twitter?
He's got. Oh, I can go ahead to direct.me and send him a call.
Oh, the direct.me. Okay.
Yeah, his direct.me. Send a gift to old man Steve. What do I want to send him? I don't know why this says -5, but add your link in bio.
I don't know what that negative is about.
I don't either. I think that might be a typo.
Maybe because it's taken away $5, but you never see it that way.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm getting my direct me. Doing it now.
Copy your link and add it to your profiles or share it with your followers. Shut up.
Well.
So this is like Linktree, but I think this is better than Linktree.
Yeah, this is like Linktree, but this has more features because Linktree is just the links. This has more features. Like it has the box for the sign up, and there's a lot of them. There's Linktree, Milkshake. There's a whole bunch of them that do different stuff.
Yeah, I think he needs to fix this virtual gifting on his because that minus something don't work.
Okay,
because I clicked on it and the minus. It says a virtual gift, but we'll see how that works. Let's see.
All right. Well, I'm signing up while we're talking, so see what
I think we all are.
Direct me. That's why we quiet Clubhouse. We're like, I'm signing. We're signing up. Might as well get it. Okay, it says next. All right. Mine is spinning. I didn't like something I did.
You can put in a secure payment. Let's see. Which one of these do I want to use?
Mine is still spinning. It just says next and it's just spinning. What's going on? Because my handle is available.
I don't know, PJ. Mine went pretty good.
I'll just let it spin then. I don't know what's going on. But
I know mine didn't work until I accepted the cookies too.
Yeah, I did that, but now I don't know. I'll leave it there. All right.
I'm like, this is pretty good. I'm learning a new trick, y'all. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, that's why we're here. To learn and to do. You can learn it, but you have to do it. You have to implement it. You have to put it into practice. That's what old man Steve did. He put it into practice. It's all there, but he put it into practice.
And I'm like, dang, dude. What am I too busy doing that I can't do that? You understand? I have to go back and look at my day. Okay, yeah, I know I have to do my regular work, but am I doing stuff that really don't matter?
Okay.
Am I doing, some stuff that don't matter?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All righty.
Like they say, or am I playing tiddlywinks or something, and I'm not taking care of business? Because this reminds me, like Dryer Buzz is on a lot of stuff, and she's still making her soap. So it didn't say Grandpa Steve, it said Old Man Steve. Okay.
All right. So are
I'm
we
giving
wrapping up for
Old
today?
Man Steve $5 or $8 because I couldn't do the 5. And they ring the bell. Sorry about that. You tell the people don't ring the bell and they don't listen. I said, do not ring the bell. Okay, all that is the same postal code. All right.
While we listening to the dog, I just wanted to say I love putting y'all up on my television on YouTube and muting the TV and listening on the Clubhouse. I really be thinking I'm doing something, just so y'all know.
Yes. We all tech divas up in here and dudes.
Okay.
Learn how to do stuff.
I love it though. I love it.
Okay, so I'm trying to pay you, dude. What's the deal?
And mine is still spinning. I don't know.
And the dog is just being a dog. There's nobody out there.
I see Dryer Buzz is getting vaccinated.
Oh, so she's got that on TikTok too?
Yeah.
See?
I have both shots now.
And so that's with Old Man Steve and Dryer Buzz that just whip out a camera.
Yep. Or as who is that? That's Gary Vee that says we need to start documenting and stop trying to create.
Right.
Yeah. That's it. So that's what Old Man Steve is doing. He's documenting. Hey, I got up. I wanted some bacon.
And it was frozen.
It was frozen.
Okay, so I sent Old Man Steve $8 because I couldn't send him 5. And because I learned something from him, even if it was just the example of, okay, why not you?
There you go.
Man. And I learned about direct.me.
Yes.
I'm setting my direct.me up right now.
We need to sign off because we're signing up for stuff right now.
But what we're doing is we're playing in the sand house. This is what we do. We play in the sand house.
Yeah.
Make your profile the best it can be. We put together a checklist of things that will help you make it the most. Shut up. Referral links, social icons. Oh yeah, I'm about ready to use this.
This is Dr. Fair. I appreciate listening to y'all. You know, y'all are up on all y'all stuff, and this is great. Sorry about the fake.
No. Look, dogs and babies, we don't care. It's family.
So you said y'all were in the sand house?
Oh, we're in the sandbox. We're in here playing right now.
Yeah, I was signing up for direct me. It's not
the metaphorical sandbox.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, we get to play on Fridays. We get to play with tech and learn new stuff. And I'm like, shut up! I'm gonna learn something from this old man.
Over Steve.
Wow. All right. TJ, you got anything else?
Oh no, I'm done. That was that's this week in social media news.
Okay. So I'm going to encourage everybody, go get your direct.me set up. Go get your direct.me set up, and then that's where you can put everywhere. That's like the major umbrella for all of your social media platforms, LinkedIn, everything. You can put it all
You
in
can set up payout details, the whole 9 yards.
and people can give y'all some money. Oh my gosh. And you don't have to wait for a tip jar on Twitter.
There you go.
And I got my name, my first name, without, because normally somebody has my name and they'll tell me it's not available.
Right.
I got my name. This is good. And you can discover people over there. There's a feed. Wow. There's people over there.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
A QR code. You see that?
Uh-oh. And so people can just
under your profile, there's a QR code right there. Okay, guys.
Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to
this
have
on my phone. I want to do this on my desktop because I can't see as well.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have fun over here in a minute. Thank you all for listening and watching and hanging with us today in Clubhouse, and everybody hanging with us over here on bizchicks.live, which includes Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Terry's all of these places. TJ, thank you for bringing us Old Man Steve.
You're welcome. This is the second time we talked about him, but I didn't investigate him thoroughly the first time. I was just like, oh, he's on TikTok. But now we did the deep dive, and he's definitely being more
right. And we have no excuse for not being more
None. Like I said, I'm going to, hey, let's do some merch.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be setting some stuff up.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. Well, that should be it. Thank you. Terry, Terralina, do you want to say anything else?
I just want to remind you guys that Monday we'll be here at 8 o'clock Pacific time. We'll be talking about coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. We hope you'll join us. In the meantime, remember to go to the front of your own line. Have a great day, guys.
Happy Mother's Day.
Bye-bye.